Hi, I'm Adam Sanders, Product Manager at Trango Climbing Gear, and this video is to teach you how to use the Vergo belay device. The Vergo is designed to exist at the intersection of person and product. The most pleasant way to use the Vergo is also the safest way, and that means you don't have to make exceptions that could result in an accident. Loading the Vergo is simple. Spin the front plate open, swing the handle back, and notice the familiar icons of a climber and a brake hand. Load the rope, close the device, clip on your locking carabiner, and then turn the device so that the front plate is pointing to the left, and clip it onto your harness with a locking carabiner and then lock the carabiner. Please take note, there's a little icon on the side of the Vergo to confirm that you've clipped it in the correct orientation. A little arrow pointing to the left. Make sure that that arrow is in fact pointing to the left. The reason we clip it in this orientation is first, for performance, and second, for safety, in the form of redundancy against user error. Let's say your partner is talking to a friend and not paying quite as much attention as they should be when they're belaying you. Well, even if your fall catches them off guard, in this orientation, the device is more likely to override their error and to still engage the rope. Before every belay, perform a quick test by tugging on the climber side of the rope and making sure that the rope is engaged by the Vergo. Belaying with the Vergo is extremely smooth, simple, and ergonomic. To belay with the Vergo, you'll pretty much be sticking with one primary belaying position. Place your thumb on the thumb pad, lay your index finger in the finger groove on the back of the device, and then wrap 3 fingers around the brake hand side of the rope. You should always have a hand on the brake side of the rope. Feed slack out to the climber horizontally. Feeding horizontally has a natural feeling, it's easy on your shoulders, and you don't actually have to feed directly at the climber for them to end up with the slack. However, you can feed in any direction you wish. Horizontally is just the most comfortable and natural. When you're first learning how to use the Vergo, it helps a lot to exaggerate this motion of feeding horizontally. To do that, act like you're breaking a tree branch over your hips. Bring both arms back pretty aggressively to the sides. And that'll teach you how to feed fast without accidentally locking the device up. If you do accidentally short rope your climber when they pull up a big armful of slack to make a clip, it's easy to open the device back up without actually overriding the braking mechanism. Just place your palm against this fin, wrap your fingers around the rope, close your grip. Now the device is actually in its fully open position and you're ready to feed slack. Even if you're in this position with the device open and the climber falls, the Vergo will still engage the rope. This is a huge safety advantage. To take in slack, just pull the rope through the device, making sure that you always have a hand on the brake side of the rope. To lower with the Vergo, just make sure you have a firm grip on the brake side of the rope and then gradually pull the release lever back. If you wish, you can place your thumb on this little groove for even more control of the speed. There are a few additional design features that make this device even more safe and even more performance-oriented. The first major benefit is that when you're using the primary hand position to hold the device and feed slack, you're actually never preventing the 2 main pieces of the device from pivoting relative to each other. Additionally, the lowering handle is actually mounted to the back plate as well. What this means is that if your partner is belaying you and maybe they haven't watched this video or read the instruction manual and they wrap their whole hand around the device, in most positions, it's hard to actually prevent those plates from moving relative to each other. So in many of the common misuse scenarios that you see with assisted braking belay devices, the Vergo will actually still engage the rope. This is absolutely not a substitute for correct belay technique, but it is a nice supplement. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and learn how to use this device safely. We'll see you out there.